PT6, welcome to yet another episode of For the Dads. Big episode because it is officially Spooktober. Next time you see this set, it will be covered in cobwebs and ghosts and ghouls. We have a new For the Dad shirt available right now at bwtb.com. I'm wearing it. You got Willie Wolf, Willie One Shelf, the big wolf. You got little baby wolf over here, and he's wearing a little ghosty outfit. It's very cute. It's very spooky. Make sure you check it out at bwtb.com because we also have a ton of great merch as far as bussing goes. Huge Spooktober drop. A lot of cool stuff. Check it out, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. And let's send this episode to a dad that's maybe never heard of the show. That could be our homework assignment. Chef agrees. He says, let's send it to a dad that's never heard of the show. And MT6ers out there, send it to a mom that has never heard of the show. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in for another week of For the Dads. Let's get to the episode.
Papa Team 6, welcome to another episode of For the Dads. Happy Spooktober. I hope your bellies are full and balls are empty. This is another episode this week on For the Dads. Listen, this show is free for you on all platforms. YouTube, Apple, Spotify, Google, Amazon, all of them. There's also comments that you can leave in the Spotify app. But if you are with us, all we ask in return is that you simply touch the subscribe button. This show is for the intentional fathers, the fathers out there wanting to be better. At the end of the day, it's the dads out there that fuck it up and just keep showing up the next day, because that is exactly what we do. We talk about our failures. We talk about our wins, how areas we could be better. We have lessons at the end of the episode. You can call in. We have a hotline that we feature in the episode called 601 The Dads. What else, Sherm Dog? What else do we have?
Keanu Reeves, Hardball, has a great quote about showing up. I think showing up is the main takeaway from the show. We are not experts.
Absolutely not.
We have a email also for our international listeners. If you do want to write in and
be featured on the show,
they'll be featured on the show. And I actually have one printed out thanks to Derek.
Handful of cards.
Handful of cards. Handful of comments.
Yes, because the engagement has been incredible. The community that's building within PT6, within ST6, Seaman Team 6, you got your captain, Chef Jack, back there. We still got to figure out who the leader that Derek is. Who's Derek the leader of?
He's killing the Funkle game right now.
The leader of the Funkles out there, but the engagement community it's building is incredible. Again, continue to leave comments. We read them all the time. Send messages, send replies. If you see a fellow PT6er leaving a heartfelt message, drop replies in for him, put your arms around him, love him up.
Yep.
And if you want to be a true sicko, if you want to truly be a part of this community, the way you do that is you go to bwtb.com. We got a plethora of merch out there. These hats, the black versions, are now available in our store. The hat that I'm wearing up top with the little stuffed bear slinging some whiskey and smoking a stogie, that is in stores. Yes, the stuff that we've already had is still in stores. Everything is available. Hats, hoodies, tees, everything.
We have quite literally everything is in the store right now.
We have that good hat?
Yeah, we have the good hat in the store.
The good hat.
We also have a rope hat exactly like this with the PT6 bear with the army helmet and the cigar, the stogie sitting on there. We got to get some of those to the shop.
Yeah, so if you want to etch yourself in this community, that is how you do it, bwtb.com. We have a lot in store for today's episode. The little one, Scotty Joe, man, 10 months old. She got the hand, foot, mouth.
Oh, no.
Disease. Yeah. Been a little sick. Been a little under the weather.
Yeah.
Rue has been flourishing. I got a fun little story with her involved in soccer. Some crack a cold one moments. We'll get in all that stuff at the first. You know what we do at the top of our episodes? We read the comments. We shout out the PT6ers out there and the Milk Team Sixers out there that are leaving comments, engaging with the pod. Whether we can get feedback, just shout you out. We love to feature the community on the show because that is what the show is. The show is a community. Got a couple things in the works. For the dads.
Okay. We can't fully tease anything, but that conversation that we were just having about potential PT6 meetup.
First For
the dads event.
Let's tease it.
Tease it?
let's put the pressure
I like it.
on us. Because here's what happens, PT6ers, is I was telling the boys, I was like, guys, I have an idea, but this is every area in my life. I'll have an idea, whether it's at home, whether it's people that are in my circle that I work with in business life, whatever it is, here at the shop, I can have an idea. I love drawing the picture, but filling in with the colors, I don't do that.
Okay.
I'll have the idea, the vision, the thought about it, but I need others to rally around us and make this happen. But the idea is our first PT6 meetup would hate for the commenters here in local Nashville to put pressure on us in the comments to make sure this happens. But the idea is have a trunk or treat. Because it is October 1st. We are in Spooktober. If you guys are not familiar with Spooktober, Bussin' with the Boys absolutely dies for Spooktober. Spooktober, Halloween is not just one singular day, not one singular holiday. The entire month is a holiday. You decorate your houses. You watch some spooky TV every day. Something that is in the theme of spook and Halloween. Doesn't have to be. Look, it can be Halloween Town. It could be something nice that your kids would enjoy. It doesn't have to be scary. But you watch some daily programming, something in the theme of Spooktober. What else do you do? Decorate your house, Spooktober. Oh, and then you refer to the month of October as Spooktober. That is the rules of Spooktober. We're going to embrace it within every brand under Bussin' with the Boys. Yep. We will embrace it with For the Dads. And the first initial thought with For the Dads is maybe we get a trunk or treat. That could be an incredible lane that the For the Dads brand lives in. Get the kiddos out.
Get some food trucks. That was your idea.
Food trucks. But again, that's a lot. Like, we got to get on it if we're going to do it.
I would hate if there were some PT sickos in the comments that are local restaurateurs that had food trucks and wanted to
help us out.
First annual trunk or treat. I would hate that.
We would hate to pay you.
Ugh. But it would be so much fun. And I haven't done a full trunk or treat since high school. My high school did a really great trunk or treat for the first home game during October. And it was so much fun.
Imagine if we pull this off.
Yeah.
It's not huge. It's just like the expectation for us is low.
Yeah.
Right?
But you saw what I did with Jill's birthday party. You give me a little direct. You're good at painting pictures. And then I can go in, I can fill it.
You can make it happen.
I can.
You can fill the A gap. I can ID the A gap. You can fill the A gap.
Yes. Jill does it too with the birthday party. Oh, I want twinkle lights. I need this and I want that.
That's the key is you need to get the females involved because they are better than us.
Yeah. Big time. Especially with fun stuff like this. Like
involving the kiddos.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Like I'm just thinking, how do we get the dads to show up? How do we create a good environment for the dads? Hand out some candy, trunk or treat. Get some community vibes going. That would be sick.
We know some local musicians, dude. Get some music going.
Throw a concert.
All you really need is just a guy and a guitar. That's all you need.
Or all you need is a park.
Or a park.
Just pull up to a park.
And an acoustic cover of the Monster Mash.
Yeah. Maybe cater some sandwiches.
Yeah. Some jazzy mics.
Yes.
This is the most guy plan ever. Yeah, maybe some sandwiches. And, we could grill.
Just like, a country artist. He did the mash. He did the monster.
We're just throwing shit at the wall and hoping
it
sticks.
Or we were talking about it. You collaborate with somewhere locally. Gentry Farms.
Yes.
A pumpkin patch that has kind of all this stuff set up and we kind of theme around it and bring the families, bring the kiddos, the Papa Team sickos.
And Gentry Farms has a really big parking lot.
Yeah.
Very big parking lot.
Great for trunk or treating.
Great for trunk or treating. And any locals that haven't been to Gentry Farms with the little ones, it is gas, dude. We're talking corn maze, big corn maze. The price on the pumpkins themselves, I thought was like very affordable, very fair price. Hayride. What else did they have out there?
They got everything.
Putt-putt? They had a putt-putt course?
Swings, playground, stuff to like play like, not like carnival games, but kind of.
Yeah.
They have like hoops that you can shoot on.
Yes.
Little rings that you can toss. Food to feed the animals.
The animals.
Corn mazes.
Yes, that corn maze was like Jill, and this was pre-Scarlet. Jill and I did that corn maze. It was kind of tricky. It took a minute.
Yeah. It's a good family vibe. We hit it every
was.
year. They also in the spring have like, they got the flower gardens where you can go and pick flowers. They have a lot of cool stuff. Gentry Farms rips. It's no free shout outs. I kind of hate shouting them out only because I love them.
Yeah.
And sometimes it can get a little packed on the
does.
weekends.
It gets a little packed.
So people who might be hearing this, we got to get out to Gentry Farms. And I'm going to be out there just like, we did this. Just take the credit.
Damn, man. We got
For the dad spot. Everybody heard that this was the spot in town.
We putting everybody on game. Everybody listening.
Yeah.
But it truly, that would be a blast. And I think a For the Dads meetup or event would be so much fun. I just love the idea of that in general. So I'm in. Paint that picture. We'll fill it in.
Anybody's got some ideas.
Anybody's
got some ideas, and not just ideas, but if you have like ways to help us, that would be the ideal message or comment to get.
Even if it's I know somebody that knows somebody, you can just shoot us their contact, and we act like we're inept. We do a pretty good job. We can put some stuff together.
Yeah,
we're all right.
And if there is, we see the interest in the comment sections, wherever it is on social. By the way, at For the Dads Pod on all social media channels, you see the interest there. Then it's like, hey, we've got to get this figured out because it would be cool for our first, PT6 community meetup to be like a trunk or treat, something in the theme of Spooktober.
It's so easy to get the kids involved with that too. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
the kids are coming out in their costume competition. Oh my God.
Can I judge?
Yeah, dude, you're the captain of Seaman Team 6.
I did. I got my first little costume.
So yes, you will be a judge. Please.
With the shaved head, I had to get the Bane mask on.
God, you look good.
You think darkness is your ally?
Welcome to For the Dads.
Yeah. You think this stuffy is your ally? You merely adopted the stuffy. I gave it to you.
You have to tuck in Rue one night.
Which book would you like to read?
Are we doing 4 or 5 books tonight?
Yes, she would be terrified. She hates masks. Hates them.
Do you remember that time she was over here during Spooktober and she was playing hide or seek and I almost hid behind those creepy ass dolls that we have in here?
Yeah.
And you were like, Sherm, no. You're going to ruin my life. He was like, don't. My life was going to be hell for like the next 3 months.
Take this bottle.
I don't want to creep everybody out on the show. So I think I've told this story before. But I've always had like a Michael Myers mask. And she saw it in the closet one day when she was, young. She's 3 years old now, but I want to say she saw it like in between 1 and 2, and she's always been terrified of masks. Like anytime she's in the closet, it's the mask. She'll like look around the mask like she's got to get out of the room. But any mask frightens her. Not a big mascot. She's not.
Oh, she doesn't like mascots?
Doesn't like mascots. She likes looking at them in photos, but
yeah.
She thinks they're the bad guys.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Because again, when she was young and we took her to, was it last year or 2 years? I think it was last year. Because Pavi is this is his second year of Andy, right? Okay.
We were both at that Texas
game.
Yeah.
And so she met the Commodore, the mascot for Vanderbilt, kind of came up on us when we were sitting down and I'm talking like reaching over, trying to get to the next parent. I can't remember if she was on mom trying to get to me or she's on me trying to get to mom. But not then she saw the Longhorn at a safe distance. Like, I'm just trying to tell her that they're nice, they're friendly.
Yeah.
Trying to get her to take pictures. She ain't.
I don't blame her. That Commodore is a creep.
He's a little
it's
spooky.
a freaky mascot.
And that was her first encounter with a mascot.
I'll be quick on this. When I was 5 years old, my parents did a birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese, and I had a meltdown. And I had to leave the place because I thought Chucky came out, and I thought
their little band,
the ticket counters. They had the live mascots. And the ticket counter was Munch the ticket monster, and he would eat all the tickets. And I thought Munch was going to come out and kill me.
Oh,
no. Bro, hey,
yeah.
That is, to me, I think everybody can resonate with Chuck E. Cheese. Back when Chuck E. Cheese was Chuck E. Cheese. Like, you're going to Chuck E. Cheese, you are up for that day. As you got older, get all the coins. But when you're young, those those mascots
There's a
are
whole
freaky, bro.
horror series based on the animatronic, and I know the name of it.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I blanked on that.
I
Shame on me.
I didn't even know that they had like movies or a show on it. But I'm thinking like as we're talking about, I'm like they could easily make a horror film
Oh yeah.
on those mascots at Chuck E. Cheese.
And there was always one that was like under like maintenance whenever you're there. So the entire band's playing and the one just doesn't have its spotlight on. And it's just
yeah.
truly. I mean, it's the scariest thing in the entire world. You're like, oh, why is the duck not playing? It's like, oh, okay, honey. God. Chuck E. Cheese.
And you're like trying to listen to the music, but the whole time you're just staring at the one that doesn't have the spotlight on him. Like, Jesus Christ, is that thing gonna move?
I have to bring this up because I loved it so much. Y'all remember the Star Wars arcade game that they used to have at Chuck E. Cheese, where you were on the speeder bike?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
dude. I would spend a whole birthday party on that.
I was in the Jurassic Park.
That's
when you're
a
like
good
inside
one.
of the Jeep or whatever.
Yes.
Oh, bro.
And the curtains, you have to go inside. Oh,
you're finally
man.
stepping in there. You close the curtains. You're like, well, the Velociraptors, T-Rex.
Oh,
Big time.
big time.
Chuck E. Cheese was the very first time I experienced a drink of beer by accident. I was super young, and I was obviously a massive fan of apple juice, and I thought it was apple juice. And I just remember taking a big gulp, and then I just dropped the whole cup, kind of spazzing out, kind of started to cry. Parents are laughing.
That's not apple juice.
yeah, what the fuck?
They give you the old like, yeah, remember how that tastes, and when you
Yeah.
get older,
Oh.
you get away from it.
My-
It's good they took a drink now.
Yeah.
They're going to hate it when they're older.
My first one was a margarita. Thought it was a Sprite.
And that's what I would feel like. Would that be a terrible first taste?
It wasn't bad, but I definitely was kind of like, oh, that wasn't Sprite. And then my dad was like, hey, whoa, that's not yours.
I don't want to out old John, but in a Coke bottle, it was Crown and Coke. I was maybe 4 or 5, one sip. Sorry, Dad, for outing you on that.
Dude, my parents used to own a gym when we lived in Park Hills, and I think it was called Max Performance. It was just me and my dad there one day. He like took me with him into the gym.
Wait, they owned the gym?
They owned the gym. That's back when Billy C was like an amateur bodybuilder. Like he's always been a weightlifting sicko.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was back in his prime form. I remember one time, like when he was performing, like doing bodybuilding and stuff. I remember he had he cut his hair and everything else, and he had a rat tail in the back. Yeah.
No
Oh,
way.
yeah.
We have to get pictures of that. Are there
I'm sure.
photos of that?
Probably.
Oh my God.
I remember coming across it in a drawer one day because he had cut it off, and I guess like put it in a drawer to keep. Like something that we would do, you cut something that's super precious to you, and you're just like, I'm just gonna keep this in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing it one day in a drawer.
I won't say where, but my mullet, when I first got here, I did cut it off. It's still in the office. No one's
in this
found
office?
it. Yeah, no one's found it yet.
I found it.
You found it?
Yeah, I found it. G knows where it is too. He showed me.
Damn it.
You just have it there to like as like
It's-
burial. Like
it
to-
is.
Yeah.
It is out. Like you can find it. It's in this office. His
It's there.
location.
You're proud of it.
I'm proud of it.
Scar will come across it one day. Scar.
I'll
What's
just put it
this?
in a drawer. Oh, honey.
Oh, that's your pappy's mullet.
I
I used to be proud of it.
I could tell you some war stories on that one. Got Billy Compton with the rat tail down.
Billy Compton with the rat tail, bro. I'm talking most muscular.
The Jedi braid. Oh my God.
Yeah, people talk about it's like I'm super over the top with the pose all the time. I made O'Shane Gillis laugh whenever we were taking a photo, and Bert wanted to take our shirts off for a photo whenever we did a podcast at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But it makes me laugh because I'm thinking to myself, I feel like there's a subconscious version where I just hit the pose because of all the PTSD when my dad would make me take my shirt off when I was a young kid, just in front of his friends. I know I've told that story before. Like, son, hit the most muscular. He's got like a, what are the old
Polaroid?
cameras? Yeah, like a Polaroid camera, just hitting photos. Show him your back. And I'm just, he's got his weightlifting buddies over.
Oh, okay. So that's the other part of the story that makes way more sense now. These are weightlifting buddies.
Oh, yeah.
I thought these were
It's
just
my
his-
dad wanting to show me off whether I'm athletic.
Yes.
Whatever it is. Like my dad, it wasn't just, it was funny moments of him making me flex for him to laugh. Like he's always been a weightlifting guy.
He was a sicko.
Yes. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mike Mincer, all these dudes, bro.
This makes so
Dorian
much sense
Yates.
now.
It'd be photos of Dorian, all these people in our garage.
Yes.
When we're growing up working out.
Leave no doubt.
Leave
Written
no
on the-
doubt. He'd have autographs from, professional bodybuilders, whatever it is, where he was, he was like boys with guys. This was like before I was born.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a massive weightlifter.
Okay.
He's always been in the weightlifting. So much so. Oh, I wish I could remember this conversation, but it was back it was when I was older and my mom, we were going to Colorado, I think, for a wedding, for one of my boys' weddings. And so we were trying to, I had been whitewater rafting. I'm talking to my parents about how cool it is. And my mom wants to do it. And we're trying to get my dad to do it. And he's against it because he doesn't really know how to swim. And he doesn't, so he's nervous to like fall off. He doesn't want to, I'm like, yo, Dad, it is so fun. Like, it's not hard. You sit on the raft, like, whether it's like level 3, 4, 2s, whatever it is, like it's super fun.
Yeah.
And he got to the point to where he was very defensive and super serious. And he's like, you want me to risk taking away the greatest joy in my life, which is weightlifting? Because if I hurt myself falling out, he's like, I'm not doing it. Because he's like, he can't leg press anymore. Like yeah.
How old are you at this? Is this like
I'm older. I'm
school?
in my 20s. Yeah. I'm in my 20s. I'm like, I think I'm playing in the NFL. This is like my early years.
So
and we're going to plan a wedding. So we're going to Colorado, great whitewater rafting out in Colorado.
Yeah. He's late 50s, early 60s at this point.
Yeah. So he would be, what am I, 35? So about 10 years ago. Yeah. He'd be around 50 years old.
And he's still hitting the leg presses.
Oh, yeah. To this day. To this day.
Every day.
He's a weightlifter, bro. Like he's a weightlifter, not like exercise. And like he walks and gets his steps in now and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But as far as like all the mobility stuff, he would entertain it. But it's like he's got to get his lifts in. And he said, like the biggest love of my life, you want me to risk taking that away to go on a raft? And he was dead serious. We're laughing now. He might be watching at home, laughing behind the TV at this. But this was this was a serious moment.
Yes.
This wasn't like, this was like, all right, Dad, like, and he kind of just got to walk away from the situation.
Yeah, it got really quiet in the car for like the next 20 minutes.
Yeah, like he almost said it with his chest to where he's like, yeah, my number one love in my life. And like looks at my mom like, you're
He had a little shaky voice.
yeah, to where, you know what I mean? Like you start to, your heart rate goes up, your eyes start to shake a little bit.
Yeah.
To where he just has that look to where it's like, all right, I guess we're just not gonna.
Billy, hey, buddy.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Vacation to
God.
him is sitting in the room, which I have half of that in me. I'm kind of like that at times too. My wife has done a great job, like being adventurous and getting me out and like doing all these things to experience stuff. But we never did vacations growing up. So him, like us going on vacation, he wants just like quiet time, thinking we're going to sit by the river. And we're trying to put together these excursions to where it's like, hey, let's go to whitewater rafting. He wants no part of it.
I am so down for excursions. I'm kind of like, paint the picture for me and I'll do it. Like I truly,
Yeah.
If you want to sit in the hotel room all day, I totally get it. But yeah, my dad and Jill's stepdad, they love a hotel room, dude.
Yeah.
Like, and there's nothing wrong with it, but that, now that I think about it, is such a funny premise of just spending the money to go on vacation and then you're just hanging out in this room.
So he's whitewater rafts starts,
Oh, he went?
but after a few minutes said, pull it over, I'm getting out.
No.
Yeah. I had the life checking on everything. We had to drop him off and the bus had to come pick him
I
up.
was about to say they bust you for those
they
things.
bus you, yeah.
Yes. So they get on the walkie and they go, hey, mile marker, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Old Billy C's going to be out there.
Big time vibe killer.
Was he just muttering under his voice?
Yeah, like, it starts like rattling. You see him start to hang on the raft a little bit.
No.
And I'm like this. I'm like, I'm laughing. All the boys are laughing.
And the guy in the back on like the high chair and
Yeah,
stuff.
turn over. Oh, come on, Dad.
Bill, C-stroke,
Yeah.
Bill. He's just.
2 strokes on the right. Bill, we need you back there.
Bill, where's my anchor?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's so funny, dude.
In his mind, he's just thinking, I'll never be able to leg press or squat again.
Just imagining himself in the gym. Dude, I love that. I love that. I did not know that about your dad. I really didn't.
Yeah.
But it makes sense because he is in really good shape, like for his age.
He is now. He wasn't for the longest time. He's somebody that has to just buy into a diet. Like he's got to do everything to a T. Everything to a T.
Yeah.
Because when he was bodybuilding, you're like measuring your vegetables, you're measuring all this shit. So if he fell off the rocker, it'd just be like, he's off the rocker. There's no like just getting course correct and getting back on.
Yeah.
So he'd go through these phases where he loses a bunch of weight and then like say he's like lost 30 pounds, but then I don't know, a couple cheat days later or something like that, he's kind of back on whatever he's doing because he was drinking. He's drank forever.
Yeah.
But ever since he got sober over a year ago, he's been dialed.
He has dropped it. Because when I started, it was that dad combine.
Yeah.
And then you come back the next year and I'm like, oh my gosh, Bill looks incredible.
Yeah, he's always been a weightlifting sicko. So it was always performative. Like when his boys are at the house, it's like, Will, come out here. And I got to pause the game. Take off your shirt. Show him you're most muscular. Just be like,
PT6, we interrupt this episode to bring you True Classic. When I want to look good, we have brought it up a ton on the show, Chef. We say it almost every single week. But the wifey likes the way I look in True Classic on date nights. She wants me wearing it. I don't get in front of the mirror a whole lot to check myself out. But when I am about to go on said date night and I have my True Classic fit on, I go, Fat Stafford's looking good. He's looking more like Matt Stafford circa Frat Stafford at Georgia. I'm just saying. And I'm sorry to brag about myself, but when I'm wearing True Classic, I'm feeling confident, I'm feeling comfortable, and I'm feeling fashionable. And guys, in fall, we're not just talking shirts for True Classic. They have great pants. They have hoodies like this one that I have on right now that not only keeps you comfortable, but it keeps you warm. So make sure you check out their hoodies as well. And here's the cool part. True Classic just launched a boys line. For the boy dads out there, you can match, and honestly, it's way better than those awkward family photo outfits or cheesy pajamas. You get to show up together feeling comfortable and actually looking good doing it. The crazy thing is, True Classic has already sold over 25 million shirts, more than 5 million customers, with over 200,000 five-star reviews. We've said it a ton. The repeat customers, that's 5 million customers with over 25 million products sold. So I'm definitely not the only dad who has figured this out. You can find them at Amazon, Target, select Costco and Sam's Club locations, or just head to trueclassic.com/forthedads. Trust me, grab one and you'll thank me later. trueclassic.com/forthedads. And let's get back to this episode. I'm glad that you brought it back to that because when you first told me that story, I just imagined like Friday night drinking buddies coming over and Bill being like, "Hold on, let me go get the kid. Let me get the kid." And all his buddies are sitting there with a beer like, "Bill, you really don't have to. You just let him play his game. It's okay." But then I'm like, okay, no, they're sickos, and they're probably sitting there too going, "Oh, yeah, he's got it, Bill. He's got it.
Yeah.
He's got it.
You see his lats? Show him your back. Turn around, show him your back.
Oh, yeah, Bill. He's a chip off the block. He's a chip off the block."
We're talking, this is potential Mr. Universe right here. He's got the legs, too. Like, he's got his mom legs. He doesn't have my skinny legs. Show him your legs. I'm sitting out there flexing my quads, kind of rotating them.
Dude, oh my God, time machines need to exist just to be a fly on the wall for the conversation of when you left the room.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, boys, he likes the gym too. I don't even have to tell him to get in there. He gets in there himself.
Let's get to some comments. Let's have some fun with PT6.
Absolutely.
I got a good vibes one right here. This one comes from Gabby Wunny on YouTube. Mama Team 6 here. My husband and I watch every week on YouTube together after our 15-month-old son goes to bed. We look forward to this every week and really give us time to talk, laugh, cry, and enjoy our time again. We love you guys, Travis and Gabby, members of PT6 and MT6. Shout out Travis and Gabby.
Yo, shout out Travis and Gabby. Is that the same Gabby? Not the same Gabby. Different Gabby.
Gabby
and
Woney
Travis.
7786. By the way, the odds. What are the odds by FanDuel on this emotional episode? We're placed at what we've strung together a few in a row. It's probably at minus 360 right now.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see.
Is this a sad one that you're about to read right now?
No. I have two coming in from the hospital. Do you have a good vibes one?
I have a good vibes one.
Go ahead.
Michael_Cody from Instagram says, wife being induced 3 weeks early because of high blood pressure. Also been there, Michael. Bad, but good. Had an absolute battle with the car seat base. Good. Whole house was a mess because we thought she would go the full 40 weeks. Good. But PT6 shirt packed in my hospital bag. Great. Love the pod and truly appreciate y'all's vulnerability as dads. Excited to welcome our first child, a baby boy, into our lives. Come on,
baby
Michael.
boy.
Come on, Michael.
That's so funny because he wrote that first line, that first sentence, like, this is all blood pressure high, good. And then probably as he wrote it out, he's looking like, I don't know if that's a good thing. Let me go ahead and put bad, but good.
But good.
Yeah.
Oh, Michael. And been there. Jill literally had to do the exact same thing. So I know how you feel, and best of luck to you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I got a couple more coming in from the hospital. I got I Burn Easy 7379. Well, boys, tomorrow's episode hasn't come yet, but here I am. Just sat down in the hospital after the wife's water broke. Just wanted to say thank you for hyping this man up to be the greatest girl dad he can be. Can't wait to listen to the pod tomorrow and probably comment again. In for a long night here. Good. Dude, shout out to you, man. Good luck. I hope everything went well. I hope mom and baby are doing well and healthy. But shout out to you for engaging with the PT6 community. I got another one from Maggie Ledesma.
Let's go.
Say Maggie Ledesma. This one's on Instagram. All right, Bald Batty and Fat Stafford, PT6 and MT6 heading back to the trenches for a second tour after adding child number 2 right in the middle of football season. Good. 2.5-year-old son and 1-day-old daughter. My husband is now a high school football coach and has been a tier 1 listener of Bussin' with the Boys since his time in the USMC 0331. Fuck yeah. We love the For the Dads podcast as, like you guys have stated before, it brings a perspective that we all go through is normal, that what we all go through is normal, and we are all doing the best we can. Thank you for all the laughs and getting us through the tough times. Parenting is hard, but the best fun ever. Feel free to post this if you feel so inclined with a few good emojis. And they're both hitting the flex pose. They're both hitting the flex pose at the hospital.
Oh, my God.
Mama's up and moving. Hey, sweetheart, baby's sleeping. Let's get out.
Hey,
Let's get out of the hospital bed.
Come
Let's
on.
hit this pose for the boys.
Get up. What an incredible photo. If there's any way that we could get that on the episode too.
Bro.
Golly.
The dads with the young men, the boys that are old enough. You just start witnessing dads. Hey, take your shirt off. Hit the pose. Hit the pose.
Hit the pose. Really
Hit the
quick.
pose before this is for my buddies.
Honey, what are y'all doing? Hey, don't worry about it, sweetie. It's for the boys.
At that age too, it's like, I'm thinking of like 2nd grade, 3rd grade. I'm sitting there, it's like I was a wrestler too, so I had the buzz head. I had it all. Just
In what video game were you playing that you were hitting pause
back then,
on?
I played them all, bro. I played all the video games. I was a big WWF guy, WWE, WCW. So the wrestling games, all the football games, like Game Day was a staple on PlayStation for me growing up.
Yeah.
My parents got me the Sega Genesis, and I had like Madden 95, or maybe it was just called Madden. I can't remember. We were tapping the 2 buttons, doing the 40.
Yep.
Then it was Sega Genesis, to where PlayStation had Jurassic Park. I was fired up about that one.
Oh.
I played all the video games, bro. I loved video games.
Just like a image of young Willie C with some flaming hot Cheetos in front of the TV playing WWF and dad telling him to pause the game. God.
Hey, Will. Yeah. Can you come out here a second? Why? Just come out here a second. Set the controller down, wired to the console. Yeah. Hey, come here. I wanna come here. I want to show you something. Because this is inside. We're inside. He's got to take me out to the garage. Where the boys are. He's like, oh, Dwayne, he's here. I was telling him he wanted to see your physique. Dwayne's out here. He wanted to see it. Take your shirt off.
Is this the same garage that's also the weight room?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, dude.
They'd have some classic rock, you know what I mean? Some rock and roll playing.
Oh, we got to get an AI clip of that story, dude.
Be like KC 95, bro. It was like 94.7 was the rock and roll station. Yeah, why do I gotta just come on? It'll only take a minute.
Oh my God. A great Halloween costume too for some of the kiddos out there. Be Willie C. Hit
Yeah.
the most muscular.
Dude, my mom, this was back, you know, my mom was doing homemade costumes for us, but I was the Ultimate Warrior one year. Face painted, Ultimate Warrior. She made me a little like paper belt that I had.
Yes. And who was the Ultimate Warrior? It was like a well-known wrestler that was dressing up as the Ultimate Warrior? Or is the Ultimate Warrior was his thing?
The Ultimate Warrior. What you see, the tassels hanging from the biceps.
Yeah.
The like Speedo trunks, whatever you call it, like the
Yes.
Speedos on, boots on,
Yes.
champion, long hair, face painted different colors.
He was the Ultimate Warrior.
The Ultimate Warrior.
Okay. I was thinking, was it the Hulkster that was like somebody else? He had
Hulk
like
Hogan?
He had like an alter
Mick
ego.
Foley had multiple. He had Cactus Jack and a bunch of stuff there. So is that who you're thinking of?
Maybe.
He had Mankind and Cactus Jack and Steamboat something or another, Love Boat something.
Okay. I don't know why. I don't
Not
know
a big
why I
wrestler?
thought-
Not a big wrestling fan growing up?
No, not a big one growing up, but enough to where like I was playing the WWE, WWF games like at friends' houses and like play wrestling and stuff with couch cushions.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I mean, my mom didn't let me read Harry Potter because it was, you know, her Bible study was like, it's witchcraft. Don't let him read
Yeah.
it. So I'm sure if WWE had been on the TV, she would have been like, Sherman, which is my dad's name. What are y'all watching? What are you doing? Honey, the kids love it. Okay, this one comes from Instagram. This is Nick Spawnseller. He says, hey guys, I've been listening ever since I found out I'm going to be a dad to a little girl in March 2026. Let's go, Nick. Curious on how you guys dealt with the name situation. My fiance and I are at a spot where we have narrowed down the top 2 names. The problem is she wants one and I want the other. I want to give in because after we are married, we want another, or I want to give in because after we are married, we want another kid. And if it's a boy, we already have that name picked out because of me. Thoughts? I know we both need to agree, but curious on any advice to get there. Do you?
Yeah, this is one. Look, if you want to have a second kid, and let's just say the boy's name's already dialed and you're naming it after yourself or whatever the boy name he has picked out, that's going to be what he chose. This is where it's like, hey, this is where you bend the knee.
Yeah.
Like if my wife and I, like, you know, we're going back and forth on a couple boy names because I've always been a fan of wanting the fourth. And so I know no matter what, even though she doesn't necessarily want that, like I think about both of the names that we kind of have done, and she's always trying to get me off the step of William Earl IV.
Yeah.
And so I know no matter what, like what I've done is, number one, I loved Cerulean whenever she came up with Cerulean. When it was Scotty Jolie and Billy May were the 2 options. Ultimately, we named her Scotty. But when it was Billy May, but down to those 2, I wanted Billy May because I didn't know if we're going to go for a third. I don't know if we're going to try again. Like this would, in a way, pay homage with Billy with my name, and then May is Charles' middle name. So Billy May is how we came up with Billy May.
Dang, okay. I like
but
that name way more
unfortunately,
now.
you know, a friend that one of her best friends that lives in Chicago, her sister had a baby and named that baby Billy May. So with the women, that's off limits.
That's off limits.
So I had to ultimately bend the knee on Billy May and go to Scotty Jolie. So in my mind, I'm thinking it doesn't even matter. Whatever the next one is, if we so happen to get a boy, like I am naming this child no matter what.
Yeah.
Like you have all the leverage. Like, okay, I'll do this for you, but I got you on the next one.
I feel the exact same way. My only thing was that I really wanted to name Scarlett. I wanted to name her Sterling. That was my great-grandfather's name. And Jill was like, love Sterling, but don't love it as a first name. We'll do middle name. So we found like a common ground there. And so Scarlett's name is Scarlett Sterling Young, SSY, like Sherman Stewart Young, which is kind of cool.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah. That's how you'll find common ground.
Yeah, because we're not in the war room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're not in the conversation. Like, you're down to 2 names. Do you love your name and like the other name, or do you love your name and hate the other name?
Yep.
And is it the same with the wife? Does she love her name and hate your name, or does she hate it and like it? It's like,
I like where his head's at because he's like, hey, we want to have another kid. Great. If you're having another kid, let her get this win. Let her have this win and be very like, yeah, let's go with that name, because you're going to love the name. Like, once they're out in the world and like,
you aren't going to care.
Yeah, not that I was ever like, oh, I don't like Scarlett, because I did like that name.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're not going to care, because then you're looking at your kid and you're like, that is Scarlett, or that is Scotty JoJo.
Scotty JoJo, Scottzilla.
Which is such a good, she has some really good nicknames.
Scotty Joe?
Yes.
Love Scotty JoJo, bro. But on this topic, if I could simplify it as much as I possibly could, I think the lean is more the wife if it's a daughter.
Yeah.
The lean is more the husband if it's a boy.
Yeah.
I think that is just how you simplify it.
Agreed.
And I don't know if they're telling people about names. Like, my wife didn't really want us to talk names with anybody, blah, blah, blah. But, when we were down to Billy May and Scotty Joe, Scotty was the second one. Scotty being the second one, I felt a little more open verbally for whoever came around that we trusted. I know Charles wouldn't care if they knew the names. I'd be, hey, what do you think out of these two? If they said Scotty, I'd be, okay. Then we can lean Scotty.
We'll go with that.
Because I'm thinking in my head, like, I think Billy May rips. Like, she might need to hear other people say it.
She just doesn't get it.
So you bring others in, you kind of give them a couple options. If they choose the one that if they choose the wife's side, or they're like, hey, I kind of like this name more, you kind of go open-ended. Hey, you're not going to know who we're leaning here. What do you think about these 2 names? And the minute you kind of hear a couple other opinions and they might stack up the tallies, it's like, all right, we can go that one.
Yeah, and setting perimeters. I do this when I'm trying to figure out what we want for dinner, as well as I find out what Jill doesn't want for dinner first. And so we set those parameters with name. We're like, what are things we don't want? Well, we don't want a girl name that ends with E. Okay, great.
Listen, mine's Scotty. So what do you guys say? How are you guys talking about me and my wife when you guys are in your room?
I know.
Like, what a stupid name.
Well, that was Jill that said that. That wasn't me.
Hey, buddy, you know it was I love IE.
I love the E noise, but that was just like a personal preference of hers. If she was like, I don't want E at the end of it, and I want something that's kind of like old school.
Yeah,
and I was like, okay, parameters set.
Right. My wife wanted like a boy name for Scotty. Like, we were kind of narrowing down boy names that can kind of swing the other way. So yeah, you're right. Setting up good parameters.
And that's exactly what I wanted also, because my grandfather's name was Charlie, and I really wanted to name
Charlie
Scarlett
is a good one, bro.
Charlie.
Charlie was on ours for a minute.
Yeah, and Jill was like, not our first one, but I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah.
She was like, I want to go. And so, yeah, I feel like I'm in a good place name-wise that this next child, and I say this next child, Jill and I do want to have another kid. But with this prospective next kid, I feel like I'm in a good place where I can put my ideas and thoughts a bit more. Yeah.
I would say this. Unless it's a boy and you want like an heir to the throne in your masculine way. If it's a girl, outside of that perspective, you're taking a back seat to what wifey wants.
Of course. And I am a junior, so like that is on the table, the third. But then Jill's maiden name is Rambo, so I do like
her maiden name is Rambo.
Her maiden name is Rambo.
Oh
man! And if we have a boy, I'm between Sherman Stewart Young the third or Rambo Young, and he would go by Bo Young.
Oh. Rambo goes hard.
Rambo goes hard.
Better hope I don't get a boy before you.
I know.
Quick question.
We're naming him Rambo.
then there would be two Bo's. There'd be Bo Compton and Bo Young. I would stick with it.
Why Rambo? Is it because you've heard of me? Like, no, Bo Pelini.
No, it's
Bo
not.
Pelini.
Yeah, Bo Pelini and the movie. You ever seen the movie Rambo? Come on.
Yeah, Sylvester Stallone, you know I love
Oh,
Rocky.
you invented Rambo? Good luck copywriting. No, but I truly, and sorry, Chef, I totally cut you off. What
No,
were you guys
I was
saying?
just gonna ask like the question of, as a non-father, I've only thought of like having a son. I've only thought of guy names.
Yeah.
I've never like I don't even know what I would do with a daughter. Like I would just give it up because I got a guy name that would rip, and I'm like kind of like it's a live or die hill. Like I think if I
Do
had a
you
boy,
mind sharing with us? By the way, shout out Chef. Chef has shaved his head. We know Derek's coming in October. Sherm is still yet to do it, but he is rocking.
I think it may even be a later today thing.
Oh, that's awesome. We did get, I think his name was Nathan.
Yeah.
I saw him tweet saying PT6, the inspiration. Saw the shaved head when he get in the trenches. Love it.
Hit the most muscular.
Yeah.
Sicko.
Yeah, I had a couple of those this week. But do you mind sharing with us?
yeah, I'm a long ways out, so I think hopefully, I'll share and then I'll make a decision after. But my great on my dad's side was my great grandfather's Frederick Law Olmsted. He designed Central
Frederick
Park.
what?
Law Olmsted.
Frederick
He-
Law
He was a famous landscape architect. He designed Central Park, the outside of the Capitol building, the Biltmore. He was like he's the godfather of landscape architecture.
And what is he to you?
Like a great grandfather uncle situation. This is on my dad's side.
That's
But I love
so sick.
I love the last name, so I think the middle name, and I like a regal sounding kind of name for a guy. So I'm thinking Charles Olmsted Hanning.
Charles Olmsted?
Olmsted. Yeah.
That goes hard.
That
that
goes
one-
so hard.
Yeah. So that one is like, that's a die by name that I'm like, I will die by that one. But if it's a girl, I'm like, shit, I don't know. That's like where I can't even.
The girl
that
name-
again, it's like
Yeah.
you have in your mind the heir to the throne, something that you love.
I'm convinced. I just keep telling myself I'll have a boy.
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna have a daughter.
I
It's
was
not
that
even
way
a-
too, buddy. And I'm 2 daughters later, man. So anytime once it was a girl, it's truly I'm like, yeah, you go ahead. As long as I rock with the name, you can choose the name.
and the girl names are fun.
Yeah.
Like there's something weird about like I liked almost every single girl name that Jill was throwing out, but then I would like throw out a girl name. She'd be like, "Oh no, I knew
Yes, bro. That's where the women are tied to that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay.
I knew a Whitney and she sucked." And I'm just making that up.
Yeah.
And, like,
But that is common. That's
Yes.
common.
yes.
Yeah.
And there were some names that I think are so good. And Jill was like, "Oh my God, I went to camp with a, blah, blah, blah. And she was the worst." And I'm like, damn it, that's such a beautiful name.
Yeah, but there's some guys that I think of, and I'm like, I know a guy like that. I can never name my son that name.
So true.
Yeah. If,
Like, that
if we
shit
could we could throw that swallow our own pill there.
We
yeah,
could.
there are probably some names that you're just like, nah, we ain't doing that. I know a Tony. I actually don't know a Tony that I hate, but
Yeah, I was about to say I'm cool with any thought.
yeah.
I got a comment from Chance Roy first, I started reading it, so I will say this. Chance Roy wrote to us from Louisiana. Shout out to 337. He said that he loved hearing my laugh. He listened to us on Spotify, and he was like, "I gotta see what Fat Stafford looks like." Started watching us on YouTube, and he said, "Like even more on YouTube." So I love that comment that he was like, "Hey, I was just listening to the guys. Now I'm looking at them, and the listening experience is even better."
You have a top 5 laugh, my friend.
Thank you. I will take it. I do have another comment that I just wanted to make sure that we read this one because I thought it was so cool how the community came around this guy. This
Okay,
was
hold that one
holding
because I have a fun one.
fun.
I listen to all my podcasts at work. This is from Papa John at Johnny D76 on X. I listen to all my podcasts at work surrounded by men, mostly assholes. I'm a big dude, but have strong emotions. Every time Sherm or Will cry, I got to make sure my face can't be seen. I cry with you guys every time. This is the best show. Shout out Papa John.
Yo,
man.
Papa John, friend of Tony, friend of the show.
Friend of Tony.
Friend of Tony, Papa John. Thank you, Papa John. It's good to know that we're not alone.
Yeah.
With the tears.
With that said, we have some sad alerts.
Yeah, speaking of. Okay. This one came from JTAR671. This was our top comment on the last episode. This has been the hardest year of my life. My wife had a miscarriage in early January, and I lost my job 2 weeks later. My wife is a stay-at-home wife. Then, 2 months later, I lost 30 pounds, almost went into a diabetic coma, and was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. 2 days in the hospital to get healthy, and I came out still trying to find a stable job. After scraping by for months, I got a job in August and finally getting stable again. Every day feels like it takes extra effort. Every meal and every workout felt like a chore until this podcast.
That is awesome.
Good. I'm tired. I don't want to go to the gym. Good. I'm annoyed at my dietary restrictions. Good. My wife is 21 weeks pregnant with a baby girl, and I couldn't be more excited. This podcast helped me shift my mindset to welcome the struggles. I know that mindset will make me a better father. Thank you. He's got a great profile picture too, by the way. He's out hiking with his wifey.
JTAR671.
JTAR671. So, first off, JTAR671, love that comment, dude. Because there is a lot of shit that hits us in life. Life is not easy. And we usually revert back to that, speaking of Rambo, that Sylvester Stallone Rocky quote of, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. And there is so much beauty to life because of how hard life is. And I've read that comment a couple times on YouTube. And it just hit me that his wife is 21 weeks pregnant now. Like, that kind of just hit me for the first time. And God, that baby's going to be so loved because of the misfortune that came before it. And so shout out JTAR, dude.
Yeah.
They're going to be kick-ass parents. This comment, I'm so glad Derek printed these off. The reason we read that comment too is because all these, and I'll fly through these, but we had so many people underneath it. Chris Brake, hey, keep your head up, brother. Goat Cincio said, pressure makes diamonds with the flex emoji. Pessimistic, you're a tough dad. Keep it up. Jay Cheris, let's go. Love to see the turnaround. C. Jones, GBR, keep it up, brother. Prayers to you and your family, and so excited for the next chapter to come. That's ridiculous that's going on in our comment section.
Yeah. Yeah, it's dude, a message like that fires me the fuck up. And again, I know he's been coming from a lot of hard times, like the miscarriage. I did love the comment where it's like from Chip, hey brother, I too lost a child this year. Now my son is 2 weeks old. I will tell you, you can feel that guardian angel over your baby, and your first will always be with your family. Congratulations. But it's stuff like that. It's like, this is a prime example for everybody that ends up picking themselves up when they're in a very dark time, because the God's honest truth is when people start turning shit around, it's when you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. It's not because like he came across our podcast and got, say, motivated, right? Or say it was a breath of fresh air to see like a different perspective and kind of pick himself up. But at the end of the day, bro, and it's a quote that is always at the top of my head, but it's nobody is coming to save you. Like, it doesn't matter what your wife is telling you or people around you. You can get all the influences in the world. It's like motivation. Motivation will fail you. The majority of the time, it's discipline that keeps you going, that keeps people going. So him coming across our pod, it's a reason we made the For the Dads brand. Like, when people are asking, like, what made you think of this idea? And it's like, I love creating in spaces to where I'm a consumer in, because a lot of the times it's not like you're sitting there, you'll take advice from your boys or people you look up to and everything else. But a lot of times it's me in my truck when I'm feeling like, how am I going to find a way out of whatever I'm feeling that's kind of got me in a funk, or that's got me in, or when shit is hard when I'm playing football, or when shit is hard as a father, or when shit is just hard with life. It's usually I'm grasping at things that I can listen to by myself or read by myself, to where somebody said something to where it's like, it just gives you perspective on doing something. Then at that point, when you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, and knowing that it's nobody putting their arm around you, or nobody saying, here, I'm going to hold your hand while you do this, you're going to have these people in the comments, but these replies and comments aren't going to be with you every day.
No.
It's not those things that get you going. It's you that decide that, like, nobody's going to fucking do this for me except for me.
Yeah.
And that's why that shit fires me up, because he came across this podcast and just, for whatever reason, was just in the right frame of mind where he's feeling down, whatever it is, and just like listen to whatever part of the episode he heard and was just like, I love this perspective, or I love this vibe, or I love whatever it is. And in his mind, not because of us, but in his mind, he's like, this is the moment I'm turning shit around. And it's him. Because again, our episodes, whatever it is, that motivation will fade.
Yeah.
It's all going to be that way. The replies, the encouragement, that's going to fade. And it's fucking you. It's a one-player game in this world.
Yes.
It always is. It's not for you to be the best husband you can be. It's like you have the greatest support of a wife that you can have. Sometimes it's not always going to be that way. It's you looking in the mirror and it's like, how am I going to correct my shit? And that's the ripple effect it starts creating. And then it's the discipline. You don't feel like it every day. You don't feel like working out.
Yeah.
You don't feel like going home after a long day of sitting around assholes at work.
Yeah.
And you're expecting everybody else to navigate or walk on eggshells around you. It's like, no, what energy are you going to intentionally and consciously bring at all times? Dobson always told us. He was our strength coach at Nebraska, and it always stuck with me. But a big theme was always, it doesn't matter what the fuck is going on. You control your attitude and you control your effort at all times, 24/7, hard stop, period. At all times. How are you going to show up when you come in the weight room? With classes going on, with you just got your fucking ass whooped and you got embarrassed out there. No matter what it is, bro, it's you always control your attitude and effort. And for him to kind of shift his attitude and effort, that's what fires me up about this comment.
And what also fires me up about the comment is that this show, I know we say this a lot, but to this comment, this show, we do not have some pill we're trying to sell you. We don't have some book that has all the, like, we are two guys that are exactly like J-Tar, that we wake up every morning thinking, man, how do I figure this out? How do I do better at that? And seeing comments like that and you saying I want to get into a space of that I'm a consumer in, I feel the same way when I read comments like that. Or I feel the same way when I get on the show with you and I hear you talk. Like, it's cool that we are all bouncing our stories off of each other and that this is kind of becoming a little ecosystem of dads just trying to rip. And if they aren't killing it, that maybe they're voicing that. Maybe they did kill it and they're voicing that. But just being in the mindset of wanting to do better. To your point.
Just community. Like a human need is community.
Yes.
And when you feel like you're coming across one, it's like we're all fucking struggling. And you can listen to what you said, like we're all J-Tar. And it's like at moments in life, absolutely. It's like, okay, well, did you have a dude? The point is, stress is not factual. Stress is the meaning you give the facts. And that is, it's all about how, like, life is going to, no matter what fucking hits you in the mouth. We're not sitting up here as perfect individuals in every area of our life or any area of our life for that matter. It's you're going to constantly get hit in the mouth, and it's how you deal and it's how you respond to whatever the adversity is at all times, man.
Yeah.
Some people, when you hear stories and then you're able to pull yourself out, like, I got this shit going on in my life, but it doesn't sound nearly as bad as what this individual is going through. How did he get out of that? And then you latch onto something because you all realize we're all the fucking same.
Yeah.
And it's the meaning that I'm giving these facts in my life that's holding me back. Think about the meaning he could have been given to his stress and his facts if he really wanted to be down and out. But he fucking overcame that shit. Why can't I do it?
Yeah.
So it fires me up. That juices me up. That's everything.
That is everything. That is this show embodied and encompassed and manifested in that comment.
Yeah. Dude, shout out. Thank you for that comment, J-Tar. I'm glad you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are kicking ass and rocking. And even those hard times when you're not, just constantly do whatever you can to think about this shit. Maybe it's a few sentences you write in your notes app, take a screenshot and put it as the lock screen on your phone to remind you.
Yeah.
Because again, it's hard. It's like you have a vision in mind. You have the processes and disciplines that you tell yourself that I'm going to knock this shit out of the park every day. But you got to find a way to remind yourself of why you started in the first place. But shout out to you, bro. The piss is getting hot right now because I love this.
J-Tor.
This one's from Garrett Friel. This is on YouTube. PT6 checking in. I lost my dad on Father's Day in 2021. 1 month after having my precious baby girl, the odds, they're not hitting. We're not buying the odds on this one. God damn it. Will, after hearing you talk about that book your mom wrote, it brought me to tears because you son of a bitch, Garrett. Stay calm, stay poised. I have a voicemail from my dad that I haven't listened to since he passed. You might have to edit around
I was
it.
about
You
to say,
might-
I can read it for you if you want.
Dude, crying's fucking cool, man. Just cry more. He finally listened to it, and it was him telling me how much he loved me and was proud of me. I highly suggest you go read that because it could brighten your day way more than it dampers it. Thank you guys for being so vulnerable. Let's see, I don't know how you all feel hearing this voice, but it pains me having this. Thank you guys for being so vulnerable and inspiring us all to be better dads. Appreciate you, Garrett. That's all I got, man.
Dude.
Shout out Garrett.
Shout out Garrett, dude.
The odds got us again.
Hey, Derek got some tissues for the boys. And again, I mean, Kleenex. You have such a big opportunity, just staring right at you, dude. Yeah, shout out, no free shout out, Kleenex.
And Garrett, thank you for that. I'm fired up, man. I'm fired up that you heard something, and it wanted to make you go listen to that voicemail. I can imagine how emotional that was. But I also, on that note, my brother Wyatt texted me. God, bro.
Did he watch the episode?
Wyatt says he said, watch for the dads. I'm low-key a tier 1 fan. I watch everything with the laughing cry faces. And he's like, totally feel you on not wanting to experience the emotions. Boys, God damn it, Garrett. Maybe I need to put on the Bane mask as I read these.
Comes from my brother Wyatt.
But he's like, totally feel you on not wanting to experience the emotions that come with opening that journal from mom. But she did write it. And he's got to laugh out loud. I'm just in a state of emotion right now that I just can't get out of it.
Yeah.
Because of old Garrett. And that, thank you for sending that comment, Garrett. But he's like, but she did write it with the intent for you to read it. You should read it, laugh out loud. That was it. Save me, Sherm.
All right.
Jump in here, man.
I'll jump at one small note on the journal. I love that you talked about it and that it's something that's on your mind, and just wanted to emphasize find that perfect moment for it. And shout out Garrett again for that comment, because that was really cool, dude. What an incredible opportunity to get to be able to like celebrate somebody and remember.
Yeah. And Garrett, I will say, like, that comment, and I've done it several times, but that comment in particular, it's like I sit there, I read the comment, and I'm like, you know, when you're talking to yourself and you kind of just whisper out loud, and I'm just like, I gotta read that fucking journal. Because like I'm reading that comment.
Yeah.
It's like I went back and listened to the voicemail. And yeah, man.
I can't wait for you to read it, and I'll move on, but I can't wait for you to read it because I feel like some really cool stuff is going to come from it. That's the last thing I'll say about that. But I'm excited for you, Will, and Garrett, you're the man.
I do have a dad hack off of the journal reference, because I did see, like, I logged on, I peeped into the comments that are on Spotify, because you can leave comments now on Spotify.
Oh, yeah.
And Quinn sent this. It's a dad hack. The journal app on the iPhone, you can set it up, give you a reminder every day, and it will also give you suggestions based on photos and locations that you have visited each day. Most of the work is done. You just add a little commentary in there each day. I've been trying to write a little each time since my daughter was born last December. When she turns 1, I'm planning to print it out. I'm planning to print out the journals and make it a booklet, and hope to have one for each year of her life.
Oh my God.
That is solid dad game, Quinn. And thank you for sending that comment.
Yeah, solid dad game. And to that same point, Dan Moravitz, this is a longer email. I know we've been doing a lot of these comments, so I'll paraphrase. But Dan essentially wrote to us saying that his dad passed away when he was 23. And his dad was a very quiet man. He was very close with them, but the dad wasn't a man of many words. And he wished that he had a bit more from his dad. And so to that point, he set up an email and a Google Drive to Derek's point last week for his baby girl. And he started writing and dumping pics in there for her. And I just think that that's so cool that he also says GBR. But I think that's so cool that something that you brought up on the podcast has other people wanting to do the same for their kids. And it's cool, dude.
I can't stop. I can't get out of this emotional state I'm in right now.
You want me to move on to Alan Tucker from YouTube?
Is that a sad one? That is that one. It's just, if you've lost a parent, and anybody that has heard me talk about my mom knows that I struggle. And it's like, all of this stuff is great. And there's so much of a battle that goes on because it's like seeing people open up about, the ones they cared about. And my mom to me was, she was one of the best people ever. She was everything to me. So there's like this, in moments that like I'm having now, which happen every now and then, but it just reminds you that life is so precious, because there's this like fight that goes on when I'm thinking about her, to where I love that people share, that I get to just sit with my emotion on it.
Yeah.
Because there's also this person that's fighting that just is so angry that they're not here anymore. And so that's what this is. This kind of feeling that I'm having. It's just, I know I'll love reading whatever's in there.
Yeah.
But again, it's like another reminder that she's gone. And personally, it's I think to myself, like, when will I not feel so much emotion? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, man.
The emotion will always be there because you love her. And I can tell that there is anger there, frustration there, because it doesn't feel fair. And there will be something that you have to let go in that moment that you read the journal.
Yeah.
But it will bring so much life. It will create so much life when you do. Something will be born out of it.
No question. A lot of things I feel like have been from that moment, been bored out of it for good, for the ripple effect, how she impacted me in my life and how I wanted to impact my kids, and how I hold it so much closer now because that moment happened, that I'm like, I sit back and I'm like, am I who I am as a dad if she's still alive? Not like, am I a bad dad, but since it's happened, it's like, it's so much at the forefront of my mind at all times. Yeah. I don't know, it's one of those things. I'm sure people out there who have lost a parent that are truly so near and dear to their heart, to where there's also a part of me that's like, it upsets me how much I loved her because I have to feel so much pain. And I feel like that's a normal, I tell myself this is probably a normal thing, because it's like, because quickly I'm like, I'm glad I loved her so much. But part of you, when you're in those moments, you you also get angry because it's like, fuck, man. Why did I have to love her so much? Because you do feel so much pain. It's such like a double-edged sword when understanding how precious everything is and how much you just love on people and they could be fucking gone. And it's unfair and it's not fair. And yeah, I don't know. This is just like the inside of my brain just talking on from every angle right now.
Yeah.
Trying to talk through this on the podcast. And I do whatever is in this episode. I appreciate everybody being patient with me because that was that was a real moment.
I think that it's losing someone is sad. I think it is there is a blessing to be found in it of just like what a benchmark she set in your life, and that you have full appreciation for her, that you just want to be such an incredible parent like she was. And I think that's really, really cool. I think it's really awesome the way that you're able to work through your emotions on it and identify how you're feeling on it. And I'm just proud of you because it ain't easy. I know I cry at the drop of a hat, but Will Compton does not. And
based on these episodes we've been doing,
I don't
Will
know.
and Caesar Crier. That one was different.
That was different.
That was a different feeling right
I just want you to know that you're the man, and the love you have for your mom's a real thing, and I'm just excited to hear and see what or not see, but hear what was in those journals for you.
Yeah, I am too. And it's like I sit there and I read Garrett's comment, and he lost his dad on Father's Day, and it was 1 month after having his baby girl, and that's just another thing that angers you because I just know she would have been such a kick-ass grandma, and my kids will never get to know her. They'll get to know her through me, and it just sucks. God, that part sucks, man.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it sounds like Garrett was super close with his dad.
Yeah.
So I know that pain and that anger that you will sporadically have at times because that part just sucks, bro.
Yeah.
You can have all the teddy bears that are wrapped in, her dresses, insanely awesome gifts to remember and remind and try and constantly talk about grandma, but just knowing that you never get to meet the person. And it's like I'm hopeful that my girls, like, even if I'm this way for the rest of time, like it makes them that much more curious about how grandma was. Because like, man, dad, he feels when he talks about mom.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, my grandfather, Charlie, who that's where the name Charlie came from. He had Parkinson's, and he was in late Parkinson's when I met him. So I never really knew him. And when he passed my mom, she would share this, is why I'm sharing it. She was on the couch for 3 or 4 weeks straight. And I was just coming to an age where I was able to like see emotion, understand emotion. So I remember laying beside her on the couch and why are you crying, Mom? And, just the way that she spoke about her dad, and the stories, it did make me more interested in Charlie. And, I did go through his things when I got older, and I wanted to know he was an engineer, and I wanted to know all about the bridges that he was building in Alabama and learning about the company they started. And I bet Rue and Scotty will have that same thing of like just wanting to know about her teaching and wanting to know more about your mom. So I think that will happen.
Just quickly, I actually exact same situation as Sherm, and I'll talk to my dad and see if he's okay with this. And I don't see why he wouldn't. But my grandfather had Parkinson's, died when I was 5. It was the same thing. I faint memories, but he was. If anyone that has been touched by Parkinson's, they know how awful that disease is, and it just takes away. But as I gotten older, like that memory through my dad lives pretty strong, and there's a real curiosity within my grandmother. Always got to talk to her about him, and whether it's stories or great memories, you learn so much, and there's not a day go by that you're like, man, I wish I got to know him really well. But that memory that lives through others, it's really important, and it's one of those things that you grow up and you just try to take the good that you hear from others. And it's, would you want another way? Of course. But at the same time, like, having that presence through your parents is like an amazing thing to have. I would never want it a different way where no one talked about, my grandfather.
Yeah.
I would always, want it to be talked about and laugh and share stories and the best to hear about. So
I appreciate you guys, man.
Yeah.
Seriously. Because it feel like, when that, like there's an awkward part of me too, that when I'm kind of breaking down, but I appreciate you guys kind of sitting there with me and giving your thoughts and encouragement. You guys are good dudes. You as well, Derek. I mean, we've known each other not even that long. And I look back and I see Tim breaking down with me.
It's not a goal to make you in this state, but I oftentimes, like, being the new guy here, I like driving in, I don't think you guys, and I know you do, but like realize the impact you have on just like everyday people. And so I was contemplating that comment, obviously, but like the fact that you even going through your situation made someone else do that, like I was crying reading it. Like it's unbelievable what you guys and Chef too, like the three of you have started and done here, and you're changing people's lives just by doing something that you guys wanted to do. It's fucking awesome.
Derek, I felt composure. I felt very spoiled yesterday because Derek brought a message from a girl who was getting picked on at school. And I'll leave names out of it because I don't know if he wanted it on the podcast or not. But he had reached out to the For the Dad's phone, basically saying, hey, my little girl had a dead tooth from when she fell. She was getting bullied at school. We went to the dentist. She got it pulled. She was very brave. And would anyone affiliated with the show want to send her a message and just tell her what a great job she did? Because she watches the show with me.
Crying's cool, big dog.
The parlay we could have built with all these breakdowns.
We're
hitting
the parlay.
Derrick Henry, double touchdown
parlay
numbers, dude.
But just getting to send that video was very cool. And like truly, who are we to be put in a situation like that? It's cool. It's very cool. Composure. I can't even look at Will. I'm now just looking at Derek and Chef because they're crying less than Will is. But yeah, it's just really cool. And his daughter sent a video back, and it was like the best 2-minute video I've ever watched. So.
This is we're in a big therapy session right now, and I love it.
I know.
Whoever's been sticking with us and sitting through it, I'm sure there's tears in their eyes, and it's just we're just all having a moment together, man.
Yeah, dad loss. I haven't done my laundry in a while, and I think Jill's trying to teach me a lesson by not doing it for me. So I'm out of underwear. And shout out my friend Colin, who jokingly sent me a European style swimsuit the other month. And Colin, I'm currently wearing that European style swimsuit as underwear right now because I'm all out of underwear. That is my dad loss for the week.
Get on the laundry, buddy.
I got to get on it.
Buddy.
What am I doing?
Yeah, what are you doing? The pile of my laundry. It sits all year round. Like rare, like maybe once, maybe twice a year. It's like I'll have the switch will flip, and it's like it's gonna be a clean closet. But that's the only time it'll ever be clean. Because I'll I'll rip a couple loads of laundry, but once I'm like, okay, it's like the whites, some colors, and then I'll be good. I'll be good to go. And then I don't get to the stuff that I'm like, I need to do. Whether it's hoodies, if it's spring and summertime, it's like the hoodie pile and jeans from whatever I ended on the winter before. Dude. They sit there all year round until it's hoodie and jean time.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of the boys out there struggle with the laundry.
Oh, dude.
Got my pile that sits by the bed. I'm gonna wear, you without out of underwear. Your underwear now is sitting on the side of your bed. Your underwear and socks, and maybe I'll wear these gym shorts again. That's gonna sit next to my bed. Why don't you pick that up? I might wear it later in the week.
Yeah. And I woke up this morning. I went over to Jill does a good job of we have a dirty clothes hamper for Jill, me, and then towels and sheets. And I saw mine as I was walking out of the house, and it's just like a volcano slowly oozing lava out of it. And I'm like, I got the message, honey. I'll do my laundry.
Yeah. You take your clothes off and you're like, all right, it's kind of looks like it might tip over. Let me just rebalance it by placing my clothes here so it doesn't fall over. You kind of like smush it down a little bit more, and you step back and look at it and you're like, all right, I'll do the laundry tomorrow.
A very humbling reminder too, because I told Chef this morning. I have 25 pairs of underwear. If that lets you know how long it's been since I've done laundry. I mean, that's a scary thought.
Yeah.
If it makes y'all feel any better, the Alex came up. She got in last night, but yesterday before I came in, I was planning on coming in at one or so because we had the stream, and ends up I wake up and I realize how no laundry's done, room's a mess. I was pulling a risky business, trying to get everything clean as fast as possible so the girlfriend didn't come up and be like, you could have, picked up a little.
Bro, also shout out that Alex.
That's a Seaman Team Sixer right there.
That is an ST6.
Yeah.
Shout out that Alex is in town and we got to get the girls on a Mahjong game.
We have to.
We have to make that
was
happen.
Crazy that they both play Mahjong.
Does your girl play Mahjong, Derek?
What is Mahjong?
That was going to be my exact question. Is that the dragon dice?
Yeah, dude. It's it's Chinese, I believe, of origin. It's Chinese board game, and it's to record, I'm pretty sure the oldest board game that's circulated still to this day. And it's basically a Chinese version of dominoes on steroids of you have these certain patterns that you got to match, and you have a card that's roughly this size that lets you know all the matching sequences that you can do. And each matching sequence is a certain amount of points. And you have some pieces, they have some pieces. You're trying to go for this one strategy that I could pick up that you're trying to go for it. So then I can go for another strategy because now all the pieces that you don't want, those are the pieces that I need. And so you could think that you're doing a really good job, but really...
So it's a strategy game.
It's very convoluted, and it's a big learning curve. It's kind of like trying to learn how to play poker. Legitimate, when you play with actual people, know. But let me say, once you get it down, it rips.
And
it's a highly competitive game.
You get some cold ones too, because I with board games, I can just play and have fun. I don't have to win. And it's one of those games that you can have some cold ones ripping the whole time or some wine. It's fun, dude.
Will, have you seen Crazy Rich Asians?
Yeah.
It's the game they're playing at the end with the daughter who's like, you don't know me.
Okay, yeah.
That's the only way I know it, but yeah.
All right. Yeah. Crazy Rich Asians. Of course, my wife's half Filipino. You don't think we were in there opening night watching Crazy Rich Asians?
Hey, come on.
Great movie.
I need to see that. I've yet to see
9
it.
out of 10 on the chef scale.
I need to see that.
And it's they're in, bro, you would love it. That's a great movie for you guys this weekend. Swear to God. It's
okay.
Romantic. It's everything. It's a really good movie.
I need to watch that. I've yet to watch it.
And it's they're in Singapore, right?
Yep.
Bro, the food scene in Singapore, it's I'm looking at Singapore, I'm like, baby, we need to get out to Singapore.
Dude, could not be more correct on that. Any type of cuisine that's Indonesian, Southeast Asian,
bro, watch Crazy Rich Asians. Good, funny.
I need a laugh.
Great rom-com.
I've
It
been-
is a great rom-com.
Honey, how was
I
work?
wouldn't even put it to a rom-com. I think it's like I always think it's a rom-com, but I'd almost put it over.
More on the com.
Like I'd put it more as like just an. I feel like rom-coms are like. It's like when you say,
Yeah,
I'm
I
watching
see
a
what you're
horror-
saying.
Like you don't call Get Out a true horror movie, like a slasher, because Get Out's like an incredible. It's almost like a step up because I feel like when you genre a movie like that, this is
Yeah.
just, I'm weird ramble here. I feel like you're putting it to like a shelf. I'd put Crazy Rich Asians. over
I
it.
agree with
Like,
you.
Like you were saying, if people hear the rom-com tag, then it's like, all right, the expectation of the seriousness is down.
Yes.
Yeah, gonna go with certain. They all follow a very specific pattern. I would put this movie like a step above.
Yes.
And I'm not a huge rom-com guy. I'd put it like Stars Born. Like that's another one I would. Which that one's not a comedy really, but that one's depressing.
I have like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, and in that like upper
Great movie,
echelon.
but-
10 Things I Hate About You in that upper echelon.
Yeah, it's a great one. You and Jill should definitely snuggle up and watch it this weekend.
Ooh.
It's that good. It's that good. Like hey, weekend movie. We got to watch this one.
I'm not trying to be TMI, dude, but Jill and I have been snuggling a lot, dude. Just saying.
All right, big dog.
And I don't mean it like that.
All right, big dog. We hear you.
Hey, I don't mean it like that. I'm
the
just
dads
saying.
hear you.
There's nothing better than snuggling and watching movies. Oh, really quick. I'll keep this so quick.
We got to keep it under an hour.
We have to
you
keep
do
it
have
under
to.
an hour. Jill would not watch Severance. I couldn't get this girl on Severance to save her life. And I'm sitting there, I'm talking about how great Severance is. And she got 5 minutes into the first episode of season 1. This was way back. Like your sci-fi.
Yep, keep it quick.
Yeah. Anyways, Jared comes over, shout out Demon, and he's like, hey, y'all should watch Severance. It's a really good show. Well, all of a sudden, it's the best idea in the world. And Jill's like, we should watch Severance. That sounds great. I bit my tongue so hard. And then she started it like 4 days ago. She already finished both seasons.
Both seasons?
It's the best show ever. Yeah, well, I mean, she's on maternity leave.
Yeah.
You know.
Good for her, bro.
Sherman, it's the best show ever. I can't believe you didn't tell me about this. I'm just...
What'd you say to her?
I said bitch. I
Talking to
literally,
Mike,
sorry,
talking to Mike.
into the mic. I said bitch, but I truly was like, oh my God. And now whenever we see Adam Scott on TV, she's like, Marquez. I'm like, oh, you think you know.
You
don't
think you know.
You don't know.
Let's talk about some dad life.
Yeah, let's talk about dad life. I did my dad loss. Did you have a dad loss?
More of like not like a dad loss, but more of like a dad guilt creeps in when your kiddo's sick. And we traveling to New York,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
having the stream that we have to do to where Char was on. She wasn't on the bedtime. The bedtime leaks over whenever I have to leave to go to New York.
Yeah.
Because the way we try to fly to New York, plane doesn't leave until like 8:30, so that way I can do bedtime at home. And then she was on bedtime duty when we were doing the Thursday night stream, which it's like, there's parts of you as a parent that's like, oh, fortunately I'm not at the house dealing with this. And there's the other side, that's the guilt side. Like that's funny, but that's also like a real thing too.
No, truly.
And it's like I'm feeling guilty because Scotty got like a hand, mouth, foot, which is like this sickness, this illness, this disease where you can have. I typed it in too, so that way I can give the people some information. The symptoms of hand, mouth, foot, or hand, foot, mouth is fever, sore throat, painful mouth ulcers, rash with small blisters on the hands, feet, and butt, drooling, loss of appetite. And Scotty currently has that, so I've like felt bad not getting to be at home on some of those nights, truly, because she gets fussy. She's not taking a bottle. We have to feed her like kind of cold bottles now, so she'll drink it because of the sores in her mouth.
Oh.
She's been eating pretty good for the most part, and then it's like the things you worry about when they have hand, foot, and mouth is like hydration. So if they're not drinking their bottle or nothing like that, like trying to get her to drink water, and stay on top of that because she's not like wetting her diaper as much. But just real fussy. You kind of have them asleep in your arms. And then you put them down in the crib, and the moment you put them in the crib and you're trying to get like a Mission Impossible sneak out, they notice you're not holding them, they start crying. And Scotty's been a tremendous sleeper. Like once you get her to sleep, put her in the crib, done deal, 12 hours. And she's just been really fussy to where you put her down in the crib, the moment you like your hands leave her, she wakes up and knows and starts crying. Or we just got a little, like the little cracking noise in our door as you're opening, that little squeak.
Oh, yeah.
Once you open it, And then those next 3 inches might have a squeak to where you try and open it really fast just to get to the other side, and hopefully they don't hear it. But then she'll hear it, wakes up, just been really fussy and been hard to put down at night.
Yeah.
So the dad loss is more of like a dad guilt because like we're watching the fucking Thursday night football stream and she's like, you can't like go late to it or help me out or like help out doing this. And I'm just like, sweetheart, I gotta do X, Y, and Z for the stream, whether it's a social ad or things for FanDuel that we got to deliver and do. And you just feel bad that I'm coming home because the day that like I go to New York, she's struggling with Scotty at nighttime to where ultimately she has to get Scotty out of the crib and she sleeps with her in bed throughout the night because she's only seeming to sleep when she's in one of our arms.
Yeah.
And then the next day, it's like we have get up, we do all the ESPN stuff. We have to fly back. It's early afternoon. We have an interview we got to do with the Zach Brown band with Zach Brown. That's at like 2:30. So you're getting home, and I'm only home for a couple hours, to where I'm able to play with everybody and hang out and be dad, be husband. And then after dinner, it's like I got to go into the shop and do stream. And she's on double bedtime duty, and you just know as a parent, you know how hard that shit is.
Yeah.
To kind of man the ship with the kiddos when your partner has to go to work or has to leave town, whatever the case may be. And so it's more of like the dad loss is like the dad guilt. Because say if it was like a one-off, it's like, oh, they're being fussy, and you kind of like think to yourself, you might be leaning more, oh, thank God, like I don't have to, I get to go and like sleep in a hotel at night. But when it's like the kiddo's sick and you just know they're in it, and like whenever we would have breaks, I'm like texting her like, hey, getting a pulse check, please tell me you're relaxing downstairs like by yourself. But it took her kind of an extra hour to get Scotty down. She's sleeping a lot better. She's eating a lot better.
Good.
But cold bottles, just getting her going, because it's so sad having a sick kiddo.
It's sad.
And when they just want to cuddle, if we set her down or put her somewhere else, or like put her in a seat to where we have to do something around the kitchen or around the house, and she's just kind of, has kind of like a sour, sad cry going on because they just want to be held. It's the saddest thing, bro.
The only experience I have with that is when Scarlett had jaundice, so she had to be under those Billy lights, those blue lights at the hospital, and just not being able to pick her up and having to just hold her hands.
Yeah, man.
As she's under the Billy lights, just screaming, and you're like, oh, I just want to.
Saddest thing in the world, bro. So it's kind of like my dad lost, like dad guilt is little Scotty Joe was currently under the weather.
Dang.
And just seeing the rashes on their little feet and stuff. And
I know.
They're not bothering her, but it's just like a sad scene. You're just like, oh, poor little Scotty Jojo.
Also, more important for you because you have a buzz head. It on adults can appear on your scalp, so just be on the lookout for that.
Okay, we've done a great job, like staying like I'm not able to get sick because I would like get worried like, hey, I got to fly to New York, I'm not gonna be sick when I wake up in the morning. She's like, no, it's not like that.
Well, it's only contagious when they like have a fever with it.
Yeah.
So like if she's past the fever stage, you're fine.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
But sad scene, bro.
Ugh.
Because you just know to your little kiddo, like Scotty's a trooper. It's Scotzilla. So when she's down and out, it's like you just know something's off.
Takes
like if
something.
She's struggling, you're just like, man, you just know she's hurting. She's struggling. But so that's been the fight.
Ruru cry like her daddy.
Ruru cry like her daddy. Ruru cry right like her daddy.
Godzilla ain't a cry.
Yeah, no. But yeah, that was my dad lost.
PT6ers. We interrupt this episode because this show for the dads. This show is sponsored by Liquid IV. Transitioning from the relaxed vibe of summer to dialing in your fall routine takes focus and stamina. You have to push harder, recover faster, and with Liquid IV's new energy multiplier, sugar-free, hydrating energy, it makes it so easy. The hydrating energy made with electrolytes, vitamins, and natural caffeine with zero sugar and zero crash. Just one stick and 16 ounces of water hydrates better than water alone. Powered by LIV Hydroscience, an optimized ratio of electrolytes, essential vitamins, and clinically tested nutrients that turn ordinary water into extraordinary hydration. 100 milligrams of natural caffeine plus 200 milligrams of L-theanine. Provides balanced energy without the jitters. 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink. 8 essential vitamins and nutrients, always non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, and soy-free. Don't let the grind drain you. Ditch the glitch with 0 sugar and 0 crash from Liquid IV. Tear, pour, and live more. Just go to liquidiv.com and get 20% off your first order with code BUSSIN at checkout. That's 20% off your first order with code BUSSIN at liquidiv.com. Let's get back to the episode.
But my crack a cold one this week is when your oldest understands the mission. Like I was experiencing it when I was solo with the kids last week, and even like getting Rue ready for bed and everything else. But when your oldest understands what's at stake, whether I got to put the youngest down first and you're just kind of giving them the Rolodex of the rules or the timeline or the structure of what bedtime's going to look like, and Rue knocks it out of the park on her own to where they're excited and they want to come show you that they're dressed in their PJs, taking off their clothes, going potty, coming back out, putting her pull-up on, putting her PJs on, coming at you with just the brush left because they've done absolutely everything to get ready for bed. They know it's like story time and hairbrush and everything else. But when your oldest understands the mission on how, hey, listen, mom and dad is going to go on a date. Our babysitter came over, took Charo and I went to Oku for a little date night one night this past week. And
That sounds sick, by the way. What is that?
Oku?
Yeah.
It's like a sushi spot. Sushi, Asian, Japanese cuisine. Very
Okay.
good. Highly recommend. Good ambiance, great scene. Yeah, definitely a
Oku.
finger snapper. But the babysitter came over and I'm like having a one-on-one with Rue and like, how she's got to help out Ava and everything else. Then Ava comes over and I kind of tell her the quick rundown with Scotty. She's dealt with Scotty before, but giving her the quick how to change her, change her on the changing table, sleep sack, pajamas, milk, get the sound machine on, close the blinds, blah, blah, all that, the whole rundown. And I'm like, and I just tell her confidently, I'm like, and then you go in with Rue, like let Rue use a TV coupon, like while you're doing Scotty. And then when you get to Rue will do a great job of walking you through everything.
Yeah.
And then sure as shit enough, like you get a text message when you're at dinner, how was Rue? And she was like, she walked me through every step that she had to do.
Oh.
Yeah, every step. And then like, read me a book and then we go brush our teeth, brush your hair, all that stuff. But Rue was flawless. So my crack a cold one is when the oldest understands the mission.
Oh, dude. Well done, Rue.
Shout out Rue.
Shout out Rue. And I would love to just be walked through the bedtime routine by Rue. I'm sure she does a fabulous job.
She is dialed in. Charles, like, you feel like Ava's good with everything? Did you give her a rundown of Scotty and Rue? I was like, I gave her a rundown of Scotty, and then I just told her that Rue will handle it when it comes to putting Rue down.
No, Ava, we brush our teeth after.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Read
Rue.
2 books first, then we go brush our teeth.
Dude, that's so sick. And
Yeah.
that's a shout out to you and Charo. I'll say that part. Because, I mean, y'all set up that, what's it called?
Routine. Structure.
Structure. Thank you.
Yeah. The discipline. But yeah.
That's so sick, dude.
In those moments, I'm truly like, I trust Rue's going to handle all of this.
Yeah.
Then you kind of give her a one-on-one conversation before she comes over. She's going to really need your help.
Because she doesn't know.
Because she doesn't know.
Yeah.
And that mom and dad, like, we're going to have a go date night. And mom and dad always comes back home. We let her know. She's like, I don't want you to leave. We always come back home.
Yeah.
And we're going to run right upstairs when we get home. We're going to give you a hug, kiss, and 3 squeezes while you're in bed. But whenever Ava comes over, sweetheart, she doesn't know how to do bedtime. So you gotta walk her through the process of how you do bedtime. And I trust you. I trust that you know how to do that and that you can lead her in the right direction. Can you do that for Dada? Yeah. Okay. Boom.
What a stud.
Lockstep. Once I walk away from that conversation, I'm like, sweetheart, we're good to go.
Rue seems like a true firstborn in her
rule follower
personality.
Yeah, she is.
My brother was a true firstborn as well, so which will help Scotty JoJo.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah. All right. Let's do. Oh, what are the odds? Because I didn't do it last week. And correct me if I'm wrong if I didn't do it last week.
Either way, we have a what are the odds with us crying every episode.
We do have a what are the odds. Yeah, seriously.
Keep it under an hour.
Keep it under an hour. Jay Merck, who is a Arizona State Sun Devil, he bet me on the diaper bet. I am 0 for 2 on diaper bets. For those that don't know, on social media, I will take up a bet college football wise. Baylor was playing Arizona State, and they lost in a last second field goal. J Merck, today is Friday when we're recording this. I'm actually shipping your 2 cases of size 4 Huggies today. I will be going
No
to
free
FedEx.
shout outs to Huggies.
No free shout outs to Huggies. And also just a huge shout out to J Merck. It was my first time doing this, but we were talking about the FaceTime and the call feature on Twitter. I called J Merck on game day. So how the diaper bet works is usually somebody will call me out on social media and say, hey, I'll take you straight up.
Yeah.
J Merck seemed like a very nice guy. And I gave him a little call on the morning of game day, and we just talked ball for a little bit. But we were talking shop about Baylor, ASU, and then we started talking about PT6 a little bit, Nashville, and then he's in Texas right now. It was sick, dude. It was just fun, like getting to interact with a PT sicko, and he's a deserving winner. So we'll be shipping his diapers.
I love that.
But what are the odds that I'll go over on diaper bets?
Nah,
I'm a little worried.
Baylor will get you. You'll be all right.
I have a Oklahoma State sicko that's in my DMs.
I told Sherm, I was like, this is the week where you go all out. Hey, all you fuckers out there in Stillwater, who wants some? And
Yeah.
I would double down.
Any dads out there in Stillwater, you want a piece of this shit?
Any pokes out there dumb enough to take a triple down diaper bet? Yeah, I'm about to get like 4 months worth of diapers.
Yeah. And the week that you play Texas Tech, you go, yeah, if anyone wants to do it, we can make
Yeah.
I don't think we're doing diaper bets
Yeah.
anymore, guys.
I got a survival kit.
Yes.
Pepinonis.
Oh,
Pepinonis, bro.
round of applause for Pepinoni.
Round of applause for Pepinonis, pepperonis. But if you want a nice little go-to snack that gets some of their protein in, Pepinonis is a good one. We get ours from Applegate, the Applegate Turkey Uncured Pepinonis, the Applegate brand.
Yeah. That sounds so good, dude.
It's a staple in Rue's lunchbox.
Any charcuterie type of meat.
Yeah.
Oh, but Pepinonis.
Rue's big on cheese sticks. She'll get her PB&J, but it's like you
Yep.
want to pack a little extra protein. Pepinonis.
Keep it under an hour, but another layer to that dad hack. My mom always used to do poo-poo platters, and she'd get the Pepinonis, the cheese sticks, but she would cut up the cheese sticks. You get it real fancy on like a little board. I feel like Rue would go nutso for that.
Yeah, well, like when I'm doing her lunchbox, it's like I'll throw in the pepperonis, slice up some of her cheese stick, mix it in there together where she has a couple little pockets, and she's always bragging she's in the CPC every day when she gets home from school.
What's the CPC?
Clean Plate Club, buddy.
That's from last week, Sherman.
Yeah.
On a show that you're on.
Clean Plate Club.
Ugh.
It's all about the Clean Plate Club. You want that cookie, you got to get in the CPC.
Come on.
Come on.
You did dad hack. My survival kit. Scarlett's getting to the size where she hasn't outgrown the Noona, but she's gotten to the weight where she can now be in the Noona as well.
Nice.
The Noona stroller is just a game changer, and it's nothing against the Noona, dude. Love the Noona. But the Noona's like real high up, and it just kind of feels like the Cadillac of strollers. I really have to brag on it.
I need to let me search this up because I'm wondering if I have a Noona.
The Noona also, it has like a seat adjuster to where you can kind of go up and down leverage wise on how high up your child's sitting.
There was a comment, I did not print it out for it. There was a gentleman in the comments saying that the Noona can be used with the base and without the base for seat belts.
Yep.
I know last week we talked about, we'll talk about the Noona base and things like that. There was a comment saying that. So I didn't put it in there, but to bring it up if we're talking Noona, apparently, that's a thing.
Noona is crazy, and it is a more expensive stroller than the Noona. Like, you'll have to shell out, and I will say this on the pod, I did not spend my own money on it. It was a gift from my dad. So shout out Papa Sherm.
Oh, buddy, we got the Noona.
Dude, the Noona rips. It rips. And the weight-wise, like, I'm pretty sure Rue's probably not in a stroller anymore, but Rue could
No,
fit.
we have a double.
Oh, okay.
It's not. I don't think it's the Noona one. It might be. Hell, I don't.
But like
know.
weight wise, Rue being a 3-year-old, like she could still fit in a Noona. Like they're dude. And just pushing like I love doing walks, dude. And now that it's getting colder, I'm gonna be taking Scarlett on so many walks. I'm very excited for that.
Yeah, bro. We got the Noona. It is the Cadillac. We got the one that kind of like looks like a bassinet too.
Yes.
And that's a big dog. I'm
That's
talking
what we
about
have.
compliments everywhere.
Oh yeah.
People are like, oh, that's like the Ferrari of strollers. I'm like, you're goddamn right it is. buddy.
Yeah. It truly, like, if you're going to
It's got some like suspension to it.
yes. At our trunk or treat, the PT6 trunk or treat, if people are rolling up in a Noona, you're going to have like 8 dads kind of standing there with their hands on their hips looking at the Noona and going,
Yeah.
that's pretty nice. And what year is that? What model is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
It's a 25.
Yeah, Noona's good. Good shout out. Good survival kit right there.
Do we want to do 601 the dads call in?
Yeah, because we do have a dad hack. I heard within the call in. So let's get into
do.
it. Let's lean into the people for some dad hacks.
All right. This first one, I have heard tell that this first one is legendary.
What's up, guys? This is Logan from Virginia Beach. I'm currently a member of Buds, hoping to be joining PT6 soon. I got a story that reminded me a little bit of the Willie One Shelf story. So it happened about a year ago, but I could see the conversation coming back up. My wife decided to attack my manhood when I let her know I did not feel safe hanging Christmas lights on our mansard roof. If you don't know what a mansard roof is, go ahead and look it up. I'm no TaskRabbit gooner like Willie One Shelf. I put in an outdoor couch last year, built it myself, hung the outdoor TV, built a fire pit. I like doing those things, but I'm no expert.
That's
now, I am somewhat risk prone. That same fire pit I built, I caught on fire about 2-3 years ago. Burned 22% of my body. Pretty good. We're back to 100% now. So what I'm asking is it unreasonable that I told my wife I did not feel safe hanging these Christmas lights on the second story of a mansard roof? Because she thinks that, not quite a man because I couldn't do that. That's all I'm asking. Let me know your take on it. Go Pack Go on Wisconsin. See you soon.
Dude, shout out Logan.
Shout out Logan, a Badger.
And
First
buddy,
Badger?
you don't want to get on that roof. You don't get on that roof. You take your ass up that roof, sweetheart. You want to hang these Christmas lights. I'm TaskRabbiting these Christmas
That
lights.
mansard roof looks insane.
You know I'm not getting on no roof.
That's a sheer drop off. Like there's you can't walk on that.
Yeah.
Logan, listen, if we need to get some kind of speakerphone, we all hop on the phone and we just have a conversation with the wifey.
We can corner her.
And we can corner.
Straight up.
And we'll just act like we're friends from high school.
Yeah.
Hey, and they own a roofing company. Let me call them. I mean, let's bounce some ideas up.
Yeah.
Oh. Now, Logan, did you say you have a mansard? Oh shit! I don't know, man.
Just get the voice.
You might have to get a
I'm
tap.
just wearing the Bane mask while you're talking, standing behind you.
We're on FaceTime. You need a TaskRabbit, Logan.
Yeah, dude, fuck that.
Oh, fuck.
Straight up. Sweetheart, this is PT6, and we are meeting you in the A-gap on this situation. If your man does not want to get on the roof to hang Christmas lights because he's a little risk-prone, he burnt 22% of his body, he might be a little intimidated by heights, you take your candy ass up there if you want those lights on.
Yeah.
But if not, we're dealing this out. We're getting a third party involved.
And listen, that you may be sitting at home going, "Oh, well, of course, Willie One Shelf's gonna say it." Listen, I've hung some shelves. I love doing it myself. But this roof is staring me down in the A-gap. Hell no. Yeah. Hell no, I'm not getting on that roof. That's crazy.
It's a Clark Griswold roof.
Yes.
Well, I mean, that's a fall off the ladder.
That's a broken neck waiting to happen.
And look, there's some one shelfers out there. My old man, he's a one shelfer. Like when Christmas time was coming around, you know who was on the roof? My mom.
Was she really?
Yeah.
I love that.
Belt needed to be fixed in the vehicle. You know who was doing it? My mom.
No.
Yeah.
By hand.
Yes, bro. My mom would attack anything and everything in the A-gap.
What a legend.
Not the old man.
Not the old man.
He's a one shelfer. That's where I get that gene.
You take the hat off and kind of scratch the head and go, shit.
Yeah.
Ah.
Give me a beer.
That's great. Logan, stay off that roof.
Stay off the roof, Logan. 10 toes down, bro.
Yes.
And if you show her this clip, give her some context too. Like, we're not actually coming at your wife. This is all in good fun.
This is all just like I'm sure she isn't, sitting there with the cattle prod trying to get him up there.
Yeah, we love you, Mrs. Logan.
We do love you, Mrs. Logan.
But give your boy a break.
Yeah.
Give your boy a break on that one. Just one thing. He does all. It sounds like this is a man's man right here. He'll do anything. He'll burn his skin for you.
Outdoor sofa, outdoor fire pit. There was one other thing. I was like, this guy's handy. He's handy as hell.
Yeah. Not Willie One Shelf.
He ain't no one shelf gooner like old Willie.
No one shelf demon.
This one comes from Ben.
Hey, what's up, boys? This is Ben down here in North Carolina. Love the pod. It's been such a light in my life. Love hearing the stories every week. Got me real excited for fatherhood. Expecting a child any day now. Very excited. But I have a unserious question for you. I grew up a Dallas Cowboys fan, unfortunately. For the last 30 years, I've just been miserable my entire life.
Yeah.
But being here in North Carolina, obviously the Panthers are the team, even though they're not really that good, but everyone's really passionate about it down here. And I was wondering, do I brainwash my child from an early age to be a Cowboys fan and be ostracized by their peers like I was growing up? Or do I raise them to be a Panthers fan despite their old man being a Cowboys fan, but accepted by their peers? Would love to hear the advice. Thanks, guys. Love the pod. Peace out.
That's a tough question.
It is a tough question. Because if the kiddo's growing up in Panther country,
Yeah.
I feel like there's just more respect for people that grow up and they're fans of their teams. What's his name again?
Ben.
Ben. I, too, was a Dallas fan growing up.
I forgot about that.
Indoctrinated by my old man.
Come on.
And I'm sure my man Ben there. Cowboys, all their success was really in the 90s. He's really hanging on to, goddamn it, if Romo would have just held that ball down on the field goal,
It's so true.
they would have beat Seattle.
Those damn Seahawks.
Because I watched that too in my living room, just jumping, like yelling. Because there's even a moment to where Tony gets it and he's running. He's like, he's going to get in the end zone.
Yes.
That's the last strong moment, right? Or is it Dez Bryant with the one-handed catch against the Pack?
Yeah, it's the Packers game.
Those are the two moments that live in your head as a Dallas fan for if you have some kind of success. Either way, I think you're in a good spot. Here's where I know you're in a good spot, because both teams are shitty. They will be molded by the darkness.
Yeah.
Which is what you want. You think darkness is your ally?
You think Jerry Jones is the problem? As a Cowboys fan growing up, and anybody in this office would tell you Sherman's not a real Cowboys fan. Okay, I'll take that. I grew up as a Cowboys fan though, and all they did was break my heart. However, it was fun being a fan of the local team. That's my only 2 cents.
Yeah, because I didn't feel weird, but I'm always asking, why am I such a Cowboys fan? It's because my dad was a Cowboys fan with his dad when there was like the Steel Curtain, the Dallas Cowboys going back and forth.
Yep.
And the Steel Curtain, Pittsburgh. And so that's how I kind of grew up. I kind of grew up in it, kind of just grew up a Dallas fan, like in Missouri when everybody else, it's like I felt like a fraudulent Rams fan when it was the greatest show on turf and they're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is a tough one. Great question, Ben.
Great question.
One that you're going to have to figure out and handle on your own.
If I had to give an answer, I'd say go Panthers, just because I loved going to the game. Chef said, "What?"
I love this voicemail for 2 reasons. One, Kat and I had this my fiance and I had this conversation about the Titans versus Steelers, and I said if my kid wears Titans, he's not my kid. Not a bad Titan thing, just we're Steelers fans. 2, I came in this morning, Chef beat me in, and I was like, "Hey, Chef, voicemails are in there. We always go over them together." He goes, "Cool, I'll check it out." A couple minutes go by here. Fucking neither.
I love how I said, be a Panthers fan. And please cut back to that camera to get his reaction as soon as I said it. He goes, "What?"
I like how I'm talking shit too, and I'm a Titans fan. We're all miserable.
Yeah, we are.
My thing was like, might as well make him a Cowboys fan. I was indoctrinated. I was a Tennessee fan for, we've had 4 good years. I don't even know why I was about to say decent.
Yeah.
I went through shit my whole life. I was made fun of being a Vols fan, and I lived in the state of Tennessee. That's how bad we were.
Ugh.
But I didn't have a choice. And that's what you love about it.
Well, and there are those Cowboys fans. And for any Texans out there, they'll understand this. But I had buddies from San Angelo that would drive up for every Dallas Cowboys game. That's like a 4 or 5 hour drive. They would drive up for every single one, and it's got a really cool history. The Cowboys do have a really cool history. I'm spoiled by it because geographically I was born in DFW, so it was just kind of like, yeah, that's my team. But
And did he say he grew up in?
it didn't sound like it because he said he actually was ostracized by his peers being a Cowboys fan. So it sounds more similar to you.
Yeah. That's a tough one, bro.
It's a tough one, but it's kind of fun. Like when you do get Kiddo to Dallas and you get him to Mecca and he gets to go to Jerry's World, like,
Right.
it's a cool spot.
Absolutely.
It's sick.
Absolutely.
And
yeah, that's tough, man.
Yeah, that's tough.
Because it's not like my dad went to any Dallas games. He was just a Dallas Cowboys fan.
Has he been to a Dallas? Oh, well, yeah.
When he did, it was when
You were
Washington
playing
played at Dallas, so he wasn't a Cowboys fan.
That's right.
It was pretty easy for him. In his words, it was pretty easy for him to just be on board with Washington and everything else.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one, bro.
That is tough.
Yeah. It's like if he grew up there, yeah, I don't know.
And he's
because you could have more moments with your kiddo going to Panthers games.
Yes. And dude, so many people would be like, oh, come on, Sherman. But I'm fine with being a fan of a team and going and supporting the local team. I've been to
Right.
I've been to 3 Titans games, worn a Titans jersey. I love it. Am I a Titans fan? No, but I have fun going to the games and cheering on the Titans and wanting them to win.
Maybe that's the game you play. Your old man is a massive Dallas fan.
Yeah.
You're not fully trying to ostracize them. They're letting you, you're taking them to Carolina. You're taking them to Panthers games. They're growing up. Maybe they just are a Panthers fan and they realize their old man's just a sicko for Dallas. But there could be a part of the kiddo that just wants to be in the trenches with you when you're worried about Dallas all the time.
Yeah. And you're not growing up in like DC or like San Francisco.
I was about to say, if you're if it's not like you're in Wisconsin or Baltimore, you're in Charlotte.
Yeah.
Love Charlotte. Great city.
Great city.
But just, it's not, it's like I agree with what Sherm said on the NFL side. At least for me, it's like, unless you're in one of those cities that it's like, the history of the team, college football is a different deal in my book. College football is, if you're in conference, no. Outside of conference, like I have a USF shirt on.
Yeah.
That's fine. But it's like where I start to go is like, hey, we live in Mississippi, but I grew up in Baton Rouge, went to LSU. My son, I'm thinking about not indoctrinating him to be a Tiger, and he would be a Reb instead. I'm like, yeah, that's insane.
Yeah. Yeah. My kids are going to be Husker fans.
We had Zach Brown. He's the episode that just dropped on Tuesday, and he was talking. He's a major Bulldog fan. He's got a kid at UT and a kid at Ole Miss, he said?
Georgia Tech.
Even
Georgia
worse.
Tech in Texas.
Yes, sorry, I said UT. I have a bad habit of that. UT around here tends to say Vols.
Yeah, UT around here, I learned about it differently here too. It's Tennessee, University of Tennessee.
So sorry, UT Austin, or otherwise known University of Texas.
Yeah.
I'll zip. I'll shut up.
No daughter of mine. If I'm a Bulldog, ain't no daughter of mine going to Georgia Tech.
Your face too when he said that on the bus. You're like, Georgia Tech. He yelled it.
He needed the bedtime story. You raise them up. The bad guys and good guys.
Yeah,
and good
dude.
guys are your team.
And that's what we did. If we're just gonna give this thing an answer, he just needs to cook up a little bedtime. I don't know how old.
But again,
little guy
he's
is,
trying
but-
to make the decision.
Yeah.
What should he do? So right now he's trying to figure out who should the good guys be.
In that case, just make sure that the bad guys, if you're a sicko Dallas fan, the bad guys are, the Commanders, the 49ers.
Eagles, Giants, Niners.
Hit all those things. And then, who's Carolina's rival? I'm so sorry. I'm blanking.
They're in the South, so the Buccaneers, Falcons.
Yeah, that's right.
Saints.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a tough one.
That's a tough one.
Question for Olsen.
Man. But see, Olsen, if I'm Olsen, I would say it's Carolina because he played at Carolina.
Yeah.
He's a sicko fan of Dallas, not knowing if he grew up in Texas, like got, ostracized into the Dallas community, which is a fun thing. Just be fans of both, maybe.
Be fans of both. And maybe it's fun to be ostracized. I know I see an Eagles-Giants game, and I'll see in the stands at an Eagles game just some sickos in Cowboys jerseys. Like the Cowboys aren't even playing, and they're just there. And it's
Cowboys are definitely a much more fun organization and brand in general because of the history, the fun, the America's team, even though they're not America's team right now. Jerry Jones, you got the documentaries, you got a lot more things to lean on to learn and grow fandom in the Cowboys universe than you do the Panthers.
Yes. And the bad side of that Cowboys fandom is I feel like there are a ton of Cowboys fans that love putting on that star and living in Philly and just walking into a Philly sports bar.
Yeah.
And the chatters start happening and they're like, yeah.
We're talking way too much about this Carolina-Dallas situation.
True.
Embrace them both.
Embrace them both. Do we want to move on to lesson of the week?
Would love to, because time's a ticking.
Time's a ticking.
Time's a ticking.
Do you want to start first, or I can start first?
You go ahead. I don't really have one. I guess my lesson is living with your pain.
That's a good one. Mine's quick. Mine comes from Mike Leach, one of my favorite coaches. He has a book, Swing Your Sword, that I've yet to read, and I really want to read it. But here's a quote from legendary football coach Mike Leach. It is, "Swing your sword. Don't sit around waiting for the perfect moment, because it's never going to come. You have to live life with courage, cut through the clutter, and chase the things that actually matter to you. Half the people in the world are going to tell you it can't be done, and the other half will be too scared to try themselves. But that's not your problem. Your problem is whether you've got the guts to keep going when it's hard, to embrace adversity instead of running from it, and to keep swinging no matter how messy it gets. You don't win at life by being careful. You win by going for it."
Very well said. I think there's two things that stand out to me with you reading that. One, I'm thinking about the comment we got earlier from, was it J-Tar?
Yeah, J-Tar.
Swinging the sword and him swinging the sword and knowing that adversity is always going to be there no matter what, and it's truly up to you. And I think the second thing that stood out, as a dad, you battle with conversations all the time with, am I doing enough? Am I being enough? Am I who I think I am? You hear a lot of dad advice. You hear a lot of things that your boys do or your boys say, whatever it is. And it's something that jumps out to me when you read that is prioritizing. You can prioritize, and this is something that you constantly have to work on as a dad, because there'll be moments throughout the week to where whether guilt creeps in, or I'm feeling like, man, am I doing enough here? Am I doing enough there? And it's if I don't have it prioritized in my life, then I'm never going to be intentional about doing X, Y, and Z. Balancing work, being a husband, a father, a friend, all of those buckets that we constantly talk about. It's find your priorities and swing your sword from that lesson.
Yes.
Because I was watching a video and it was a dad basically talking do any other dads out there struggle with you're wanting to provide and give them the life that they deserve, while at the same time, am I working so much that I'm working through years of such importance? And I want to say his daughter was 2. It's they're developing and growing, and he doesn't feel like he's missing moments, but it's more so, do I feel like I'm doing enough? And it's those conversations I feel like every dad has. And it's just such a good reminder to constantly think that way and question yourself, but then direct it towards prioritizing your yeses, basically. Things that you are going to say yes to, and anything that falls outside of those boundaries, those are easy no's for you.
Yeah.
It's been a big learning curve in my life. It's something I'm still constantly trying to work through. As we get new opportunities with Busting with the Boys, For the Dads, the locker room, the college, the NFL, the ESPN, and we get to do a lot of cool things, and we're getting a lot of cool opportunities. And again, it's like making a decision on if it falls out of this boundary, it's got to be a no. A quick example is like the other day we're like running through guests that we can have on the podcast for Bussin' with the Boys, and this one was brought up, and it was a big time defensive player that, hey, we could interview him at 6 p.m. on a Monday. And then we did the team meeting, we did all that stuff, and then afterwards I told Clump, I'm like, hey, the 6 p.m. interview on a Monday is a no. And the thoughts of it is like, are you sure? It's like, what, that work capacity or that work mind inside you is, are you doing enough? Like, hey, if we want to push the boat in the direction for the brand, and then I think to myself, the way I compartmentalize it is, man, I had these boundaries. If I'm going to be home in the afternoon on Mondays and in the evenings, those are my yeses.
Yeah.
Everything else is a no. Yeah, it's an interview, could be an awesome one, but that's one where it's like, you got to stand strong in what your priorities are, because my priority at that moment on that particular day is that priority is at home. And so it has to be. Whether or not it's felt differently anywhere else, it's like, man, interviews are going to come and go, bro. But if I'm wanting to be intentional about being at home, especially during the football season, this is where the power of no kicks in. It falls outside of my standard or outside of my boundary. This is why it's a no.
Yeah.
So great lesson.
That's
great quote.
Yes, great quote. Loved your addition to it. And the only addition I would give is Mike Leach has also a great quote about swinging your sword. To add on to this is, he said that when you see the pirates in the movies or the knights in the movies, they aren't swinging their sword like this, and he's got like little alligator arms. He's like, they're like this. And I just love that illustration of like, hey, and when you do commit, and when you do, like, be confident.
Yeah.
Like, swing your sword, and whatever it is, do it with confidence and that belief in self and belief in decision on your part. So, like, being able to have that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Conversation.
Yeah. Great sode.
Great sode.
Leave comments. Continue to engage.
Yeah.
Shout out PT6, man. You guys are awesome. Sorry if that episode got off the rails for a moment there, but I appreciate all of you guys. I know we both do.
Yes. Very lucky to be doing this show. Very blessed to be doing this show, and share it with friends. Keep on commenting.
Yeah.
Throw some pumpkins in the chat if you want. If you want a trunk or treat, throw a pumpkin in the chat.
Yeah, we need to put pressure on ourselves to get that done. But make sure the trash is taken out. Lay with your wife. PT6 out.